Hi, I'm June, the Happy Thai Girl. Today, I'm going to show you how to make Thai coconut soup. No, you don't have to simmer it forever. It just takes 20 minutes. That's coming right up on Spanish Fork 17's Cooking Made Easy with June, brought to you by Macy's, the happy shopping store in Spanish Fork. Hi, welcome to Cooking Made Easy with June, brought to you by Macy's. I'm so excited. Look at all these beautiful vegetables that I got at Macy's. I was so excited because I even found this at Macy's, lemongrass stalks. And it's already trimmed for me and cut. And so this is one of the main ingredients for today's soup. Now, in Thailand and most soups, in the old days, they simmer and they're whole chicken and it's delicious. And you can also make your own chicken broth by simmering it with a little garlic and salt and then strain it and have a delicious broth. But we have wonderful broth already made and even like 30% less sodium. That's what I like to use. I use the less sodium so that I can add the other flavors to it. So I'm going to start out with this coconut soup. Now this coconut soup, it's a light soup. It sounds a little heavy because we say coconut, but we're only using a cup per batch. But I hate using, like a cup is about half a can, and I hate to store it. So I'm actually going to double the recipe. I don't love to do that, but on the show, because I can show you the exact measurements. But because I don't want to waste, I'm going to go ahead and double it. I'm going to make a pretty nice batch of soup. So first we're going to start, because it's already simmered, but we need to simmer the broth still with some of the seasonings, and I'll talk about that. So I'm going to go ahead and put, it says 3 cups, so I'm going to double that. I'm going to put 6 cups of broth in here. And I guess I could have utilized a larger measuring container. So that's 3, and I believe this is close to 4. Okay, so just a couple more. So again, you know, I'm not quite exact, but I like to be close. So that was for the other cup. So that's 4, and then now we're doing 2 more cups, and about 6, okay? There we go. Now I'm going to add my delicious coconut milk that you can also get at Macy's. I'm so excited. When I was checking out with all these things, I was telling the clerk how impressed that, you know, Macy's has that huge, they extended and they have an eating area. It's so beautiful. And they've increased on their products. They have more Asian foods now. And probably because I asked, no, I don't know. So a can, which is about 13 ounce, is 2 cups, approximately 2 cups. And I don't like to waste the coconut thing, but, well, I don't know how to get my lid out, so I'm going to just do that. Okay, so I'm going to, all right, so now the lemongrass. So look at the different stock. This is where most of the flavor is. And if you were here and I would break it, you could smell the lemongrass. In fact, I've had lemongrass lotion. Oh my goodness, I love it. So I'm going to just break it a little bit up, a little bit like this. And you can also, because this stock is so fresh, and I'm just gonna break it up like that. And I'm just gonna throw it in. I know this is a little bit weird. But I'm going to put, I smell it all day. I'm going to actually go ahead and put 3 stalks of it, of this lemongrass. Amazing. Or you can take your knife, you can also smash it like this. Okay, so I'll do that for that one. And this is Galangal. And in Thai is ka. So the Thai word for this soup is tom ka gai. So tom is soup, and ka is this. Now it's a lemony ginger. It looks like a ginger root. And I had a friend who actually, now this was previously frozen, so it looks like that. So, and you can get this frozen at the Asian store. But my, in reality, oh, it smells so good. In reality, that's all I do is I just put that whole thing in there. I'm going to do 2 slices. So in reality, I had a friend who actually utilized a regular ginger, and she said it was awesome. And I think it's because she was able to garnish it with an extra lime juice. So I'm just going to add 2. Look at that. And these are Kefir lime leaves. If you don't use this, it's okay, but it adds so much more flavor. And if you could smell it, you would want to take the time to go to the Asian store and buy it. And it's only like $1 or something for a package of frozen in a little package. And I just keep it frozen when I'm ready to use it. So now if you're at my mom's house, she had a whole tree with the leaves. Oh, I love it. And she puts it in her salads and everything. So there's the Kefir lime leaves. And let me see so the coconut milk, lemongrass, galangal, and lime leaves. And that's it for this. And now remember the broth, it already has a little bit of salt in it. So I'm going to go ahead and cover it. I'm going to simmer it on medium high. Well, I'm going to pull it up on medium high so it won't burn, but it'll just kind of bring it to a little boil, and then I'll turn it down when it goes up. And you want to simmer that for about 10 minutes. In the meantime, while it's simmering, I am going to prep these beautiful veggies. Now, you do not... It can be whatever you want, but I love color, and I love the mushrooms, the shiitake mushrooms. So I'm going to I'm going to do a little bit, I'm going to do some yellow. So I'm going to make it look really pretty. So I'm going to do it this way. And some of these longer strips I'm going to cut in half. So I'm going to do strips of bell peppers. And these longer ones, I'm going to just cut it in half. Or you could do bite size, I suppose. Maybe I'll do thirds, so we have some of those are bite size. But I don't want little chunks, so just like that. Okay, so I have some yellow, and I'm going to do some red. The seeds won't hurt you, but I like to take it out just for aesthetic reasons. So these are a little pepper, so I won't need to cut this down. So I just cut it into little strips like that. So, and I'm going to go ahead and do a little orange. So you can actually buy a medley of these in one package. Now, I've tried to distinguish, I've tasted each one to see if there's any difference in flavor. I believe that the orange one is a little tangier, but I think they're all about the same, and it's mostly the color. So, but these, almost like a julienne, but not really. So I'm gonna cut that one in half, so it'll be a little bit more bite size. Then I'm gonna do a zucchini. So if you notice, it's colorful, and it's so beautiful, and it's so healthy, and it's so delicious. So I love these little tender zucchinis. And I cut them not in circles, into little strips like that, or you could do it like this, and flat it down. Okay, so I'll put some yellow zucchini. Now in the recipe I said about, it depends, about 1 to 2 cups of vegetables, but I'm gonna do more, a little bit more, but I guess I did double the recipe. So I have the yellow squash, and I'm going to add a little bit of green in the green squash. And we have these beautiful, colorful. Did you hear the little beep? That's my rice. So when you do a meal, you can actually do this within 30 minutes, honestly. You can just start your rice, put your rice in, and let it cook, and then do all this prep. Okay, so let's see. Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start on the carrot, and I'm gonna show you really quick how I do the carrots, if I can find my peeler. No, I don't know where my peeler is. I think it's, okay. I'll come back and show you the peeler after a break. But I'm going to cut the mushrooms real quick. So mushrooms, it doesn't have to be, it could be just like that. I don't need to have you don't need like little tiny slices, but maybe chunks. So again, I like to make it a little bit thinner than this. I love mushrooms. I don't necessarily love the button ones. I love these shiitake ones, and they look so pretty in the soup. Just add a different color and adds a lot of earthy flavors to it. Can't wait till you guys make this at home and try it yourself. So, okay, so we're gonna take a little break, and when we come back, I'm going to show you how to cut the carrots really thinly, and I'm going to start on the chicken, and then we'll get the soup going again, so don't go away. All right, welcome back. I peeled the carrot with the potato peeler, but let me show you how to thinly slice it. You just go like this in a slant. It starts out, you notice how I just slant it down, and look at these thin slices that'll be perfect for the soup, because I don't want to overcook. I mean, I'm not gonna simmer it too long after this. So if you make it thinner, it will cook more quickly, and this will add beautiful color to our soup. Okay, so 1, 2, okay. Now, I'm sorry, you can ignore the noise, right, you guys? Well, somehow my neighbor some neighbors are handing out ice cream in an ice cream truck. It's so cute. And they're playing music. We can't say, stop it, we're doing the show, right? Okay, so we have the carrots right there. Look how beautiful that is. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and quickly cut the chicken. So, to thin slices. You don't need to add a lot of chicken. In fact, you could utilize vegetable broth and make it a vegan vegetable coconut soup. It would be so, so yummy. So I like to just cut it like that, thin, and then I also cut it this way. And in sake of, there we go. So when you start planning your vegetables, or if you already have, you can think about the kind of vegetables you want to put in the soup, and you'll make this soup all year round. Now, people always wonder why. Well, I don't want to make soup if it's summertime. In Thailand, we eat hot soup all year round because it's pretty much warm all year round, and it's awesome. So good for you. Okay, so I have the chicken all ready. I'm just going to move this over. Wash my hands really quick. All right, let me wipe this down. Now we're going to, this has been simmering for about 10-15 minutes. I know this looks a little odd, but it's lovely. Look at that. I wish you could smell it. I'm going to remove these pieces of herbs, and you see the coconut milk in there. But I'm going to, if you'd like, you can also leave it in. But if you leave it in too long where you store it, it might be a little bit, have some bitterness, but it'll still be good. But I'm going to take this out, but I'm going to save it to garnish it for our little show here. So I'll put this aside like that. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually going to add the chicken. Okay. And turn it up a little bit to medium. Let's see. I'm going to add the chicken, and actually I'm going to separate the chicken a little bit while I'm doing this. Okay, so you notice that. Or you could have separated it while you put it in. And then go ahead and add all your wonderful veggies. Look at that. This is going to be so good. I think that's good. We have lots of veggies and chicken. Look at that hearty soup. Now, this is when I do need to add our little flavors, and I have fish sauce. Oh my goodness. I'll get my fish sauce open. Why does the fish sauce bottle always, there we go, give me a hard time. Let's see, fish sauce. I have 2 tablespoons of fish sauce, but I'm doubling. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I have some 2 teaspoons of sugar, and I'm doubling. And I have 1 salt. Make sure I have the right thing. And if you want to reduce your salt, you don't have to put as much. And then also a 1/4 teaspoon of this, which is about half of this, so of MSG, optional, optional. And that's it. Look at that. Isn't it lovely? So I'm going to stir it a little bit, all the spices together. And I'm going to cover it and let it simmer another 5. Well, I'm turning it up so it'll bring to a boil, and to a boil, I like to do about medium high. And when it becomes on a boil, we turn it down to a simmer for about 5 or 10 minutes. Well, more like 5 or 6 minutes, because it won't take that long for the chicken to cook, okay? So, and then when we come back, I'm gonna take a break, but let me go ahead and slice the limes while we're here. We're going to slice lime and chop the cilantro. Sorry. Turn this over. So let's go ahead and get this ready. Oh, I'll do another lime. This lime. It's been sitting out. So I'm gonna slice a few limes this way. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna start a new lime. There we go. So I'm gonna slice a few limes for garnish. It's going to be so pretty. Because it won't take long for it to simmer, I'm gonna put this back in here. So I have a few limes ready. And then I'm going to chop my parsley. Actually, I'm just going to do the parsley as a garnish. So I'm just going to cut the stalks and break off the stem so that we can just put the little sprigs on top. You can actually show up your family by showing how beautiful you can make a dish, and I'll show you. So we're gonna take a little break. When we come back, I'm going to dish it and plate it for you and show you how to serve it, so don't go away. Thank you. Welcome back. The soup is all ready. So I want you to show you how it looks, okay? So it has the little coconut, you can see the little bit of coconut milk in there. So I'm going to dish it up right here into a little bowl. And you can serve this soup with a bowl of rice. I prefer brown rice, but I made white rice today. So I'm gonna put different colors in here. I don't know if you can see all that. Okay. So we have the chicken and mushroom. I'm going to stick a couple stalks of lemongrass on there, just to show. And also we add a slice of lime and a sprig of parsley, and you can serve lime and parsley right there. This is not parsley, this is cilantro. Right there, and then you serve it with your nice cup of rice. Now, while I taste the soup, I'm going to tell you a little story. When we were in Thailand, it was a long time ago. Well, when we went to Thailand 2 years ago, but my husband and I, but we took the kids about 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago. So my youngest child, Tyson, he loved, we went to stay at this place called Ban Thai House. It's a little Thai, oh, I love it. You guys, if you ever go there, it's in Ayutthaya. It's just a little oasis in the middle of like some craziness. And so I'm gonna squeeze a little bit of lime on mine too. And so they have a little kitchen there that you can just order lunch and things like that. And so my son ordered this tom kha gai every single day. We would stay there for for almost 5 days. We stayed there almost a week, that one place where at the Bantai house. Every single day he had that. And then after that, he won't touch a bowl since. He got so tired of it. I don't know what it was, but he had it every time until he did that. So I'm gonna taste the soup. Okay. Oh my goodness, this is so delicious. Now, you can also add pepper to this. I forgot to add the pepper. You can add a little bit of cayenne. I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit and put it on my hand so I don't want to ruin it. You can add it to the soup. I think that is in my recipe, but I'm just gonna do a little sprinkle of it like right there. And make sure, and I'm gonna put about, I think if you add a 1/4 teaspoon, or you can also, if some people are sensitive to spice, you could just have a little sriracha on the side. Sriracha goes with everything, and it is Thai, honestly. I was like, everybody so loves sriracha. I didn't know until I noticed. I was looking the label, it's made in Thailand. It's from Thailand. so you can serve that with a little sriracha or add some cayenne to your soup. Or you can also add a sprig of cayenne pepper, the whole, and let it simmer, and it'd be a little bit spicy. Most of the time, they do add a little spice to it, so it's a little spicy, sweet, yummy soup. So now you guys know how to make it. It is so easy. Let me taste it again. And it's so healthy for you. Serve it with brown rice or wild rice, or just eat it by itself, and it's gonna make a delicious, delicious dinner. So, till next time, happy cooking. Go to Macy's. Most everything is there. They have the lemongrass there at Macy's in the refrigerated vegetable section, and the herbs and spices all ready for you. So happy cooking, and come back. Thank you.